It's been a tough year when it comes to me and cars. I hit a deer about a year ago. I had to justify the insurance claim on that. When somebody ahead of me stopped for a turkey, the guy just plowed right into the back of me, totaled my car. And I've had several friends who have gotten into accidents, and it doesn't take much to total a car anymore. I scoured the internet and YouTube trying to find a video, how to install these things, what to look for, all that stuff. I decided to make a video to help others with the complete package. And then another thing I'm going to do is show you the results. A lot of people will just say, yeah, that's a great camera, this is how it's installed, blah, 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 and they're on to the next thing. Give them a check in the block. I guess people watch that kind of stuff. I want to give you the whole enchilada. From why I bought this, how to install it, and how well it works. Give you an honest review. And if it works good in my first car, I'm going to buy a couple more and install them in my other cars. Because the last thing you want to do is have an accident where somebody blames you for the collision. A dashboard camera could make the difference between paying no dollars and somebody paying you, or you being forced to pay thousands of dollars or more for an accident that you didn't make happen. So let's go with a top-down shot. We'll open this up and we'll show you what's in the box. And away we go. Alright, figured 4K is a good way to start. There's 8K, there's 2.7K. Important notice, before use and return. Car does not equip cigarette lighter. Please contact after sales team for a USB power cable. Time-lapse video mode will be triggered only when hardwired kit connected. And that's a place to purchase that. That's that extra kit that I was talking about. If your road is bumpy and the G sensor is on, please format regularly in case the SD card is full, which will make the dash cam stop recording. Please kindly check the device conditions before installing. Here is the camera. A lot smaller than I thought. The other thing is you can attach this with tape or with suction. I decided to go with the suction. Register and activate 1-year warranty. Suction mount, sticky mount, has lifetime replacement service. Alright, so here is the suction cup, I believe. Alright, it does have a cable, and this is for the back camera. This is the cigarette lighter, and sticky option, and then a bunch of interesting cables and a manual. It says something about installing a card, but I noticed the card is already installed. It's got a little spring trigger on it, so I guess that's good to go. This is the rear camera, and I understand that you have to mount it in the right direction. The inside of my car in the seams, and it's going to be a little tricky, but I think I can do it. One of the things I was trying to figure out here is where is the best place on your windshield to put the dash cam. And I found off to the side about 3-4 inches from the mirror up here, because the passenger isn't going to be as concerned about it as if it was parked over here. You could see it here, and it would be difficult to run the wiring. This also optimizes the wiring because I have it running down this way underneath and into my cigarette lighter, which is right here. Clean your windshield off good. You don't need that little patch. It's pretty darn solid. and it didn't pop off, and this is where it plugs in. One thing I didn't do is add the rear camera. It goes back there. The thing that you really want to worry about is some sort of front impact here where somebody's accusing you of hitting them. If somebody hits you in the back, it's probably going to be their fault 99 times out of 100. And I got hit in the back when the turkey was crossing the road. I'll post that video up here in case you're interested. Kind of crazy. Somebody stopped for a turkey. Turkey wasn't even across the road. And a person was on their cell phone behind me and totaled my CRV. You know, insurance paid for everything, but if you got in a good car, the last thing you want to do is have to get a new one. The pain factor is incredible. If you're like me, you probably don't want another app on your phone. You don't need it with this. They push it pretty hard and you can download it and all that stuff. And depending on your situation, maybe you do want the app. But I'm trying to get as many apps off my phone as possible. And so if I can just go in here, push this button, and retrieve the card, and then put it into my computer, that's the solution I'm going to go for. I'm going to avoid connecting it to my phone when at all possible. Because you just never know what kind of spyware you might get with an app. Mic going now, and we're going to do some mic testing on this commute drive back. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After using the dash cam for 1,000 miles, here's a bunch of things I learned that I haven't seen in any other video. First of all, the dash cam, you really have to be careful. I don't turn it on by this button here, on and off. I turn it on by the cigarette lighter right here. I just plug it, unplug it, and this will go off. There you go. And then when I want the dash cam on, I just plug it into the cigarette lighter. Like that. And it turns it on. I drained my battery and couldn't turn on my car when I went to install the wiring. The wiring installation is pretty good. It's not too bad. I've got it running over here. It falls down here, so I have to figure out a better way of putting that up there. Probably, it's got some things to do. I guess I could run it back here and just clip it in place. That's not that much of a big deal because I just knocked down when I was playing with it. I'm not going to keep this on for too long, but I will show you a couple different modes. So here's the microphone on and off. So now I can talk and it will actually record it. If you want to lock in something, you hit that button right there. This is to take a picture. You get a little sound like that. And the lock actually pauses it. Hit the lock again, or after a period of time, it will actually unlock on its own. But you want to unlock it so you can record again. You don't need Wi-Fi. but you got to be careful keeping this on. And if you're going to install the wire and for some reason you want to keep the unit on, you got to restart your car on a periodic basis. I actually had to buy a new battery. Just keep this on and it will drain your battery depending on what the strength of your battery is. Now, the battery for this car was 5-6 years old. It was colder. We're in the fall winter time frame, so that probably had something to do with it. But as a practice, you could shut it off here and it's still going to have this green light on, so it'll be drawing a current here in your cigarette lighter. So I just pull this out and leave it there. And then I know the system will go off and it's not on. I'm surprised this unit doesn't have a battery in it, even as a backup. If it does have a battery, it's so small it doesn't stay on or off. After 1,000 miles, what do I think of this dash cam? It's a real good deal. I'm glad I have it. I'm probably going to get 2 or 3 more for the cars I have, and I can install it on a whole bunch of other cars. It's going to pay for itself if you get in an accident, or maybe you'll be able to make a great YouTube where you catch somebody doing something ridiculous. Thumbs up and comments always appreciated. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in all sorts of technology, where to put it, how to use it, making and breaking things, designs of all kinds, home repairs, car repairs, I even do costumes, cosplay, and props. Check out my channel and please subscribe, because you never know what you might see.